morning and welcome to all the participants. I am Dr. Janardhan, Dean and Director of Management Studies of Noor Islam Center for Higher Education, Kumarakoil, Tamil Nadu. I am very happy to welcome all the participants across the country to the 5-day faculty development program organized by the Faculty of Management Studies of Noor Islam Center for Higher Education, Kumarakoil, titled Application of Tools and Techniques in Research Methodology. It is a well-known fact that research provides information and sharing of information help different people differently. It is a tool for building knowledge and for facilitating learning. The experience through research help to improve the analytical and technical skills. Only research can provide social inclusivity and sustainability. We have a vast untapped demographic dividend and we have a huge challenge ahead to realize the dividend. It is the duty of educational institutions to enable the youth of our country, constituting two-thirds of our population, to have access to high quality skill development, higher education, and research facilities. This online program is a modest attempt in this direction. In this lockdown period, online program plays a vital role in the learning process for the students as well as the faculty members. Keeping this in mind, the Faculty of Management Studies of Noor Islam Center for Higher Education has organized a 5-day faculty development program on research methodology from 3/6/20 to 7/6/20. The response was unbelievable. Around 3,000 faculty members have registered within 24 hours across the country and outside. Anyway, we have made all the arrangements to accommodate all the persons registered to this program. Once again, I welcome all the participants. In this juncture, I want to thank our Chancellor, Dr. A.P. Majid Khan, for his continuous support. I also thank the Pro Chancellors, Dr. Perimal Swami, Faisal Khan, Pro Vice Chancellor Chandrasekhar, Registrar Dr. Thirumal Valavan, Director Academics Dr. Shajan Nargunam, and all the university authorities for their support. Now, I would like to introduce today's presenter, Dr. Rajasekaran, who is presently the professor in the Amet Business School, Chennai. He is a person with vast experience in teaching research. Sir, I welcome you to the faculty development program. Now I request Dr. Rajasekaran to start the presentation.
Thank you, sir. Alan, sir.
Sir, okay, share பண்ணுங்க. You can.
Good morning to all. Alan, sir, கேக்குதா?
Sir, okay.
Hello.
கேக்குது. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Sir, presentation
good presentation view ஆகல screen view
ஆகல
ஆகலையா?
சார் ஆகல. Screen view ஆகல சார். நீங்க அந்த
ஒரே ஒரு நிமிஷம்.
கரெக்டான screen
இப்ப பாருங்க. ஹலோ.
லோடிங் சார். சார் இன்னும் லோட் ஆகல சார். நீங்க அந்த கரெக்டான விண்டோவை செலக்ட் பண்ணலாம்னு நினைக்கிறேன். அந்த விண்டோ
இல்ல கரெக்ட் தான் செலக்ட் பண்ணிக்கிறேன்.
இப்போ
வருதே
சார் இப்போ வருது அந்த பிபிடி வரல.
சந்தர்லேக்கா
அந்த பிபிடியோட விண்டோவை செலக்ட் பண்ணிருங்க. பிபிடி ஓபன் பண்ணிட்டு அங்க போய் செலக்ட் பண்ணிருங்க. பிபிடி ஓபன்.
ஷோரா இருங்க. ஓகேவா? சார் இப்ப பாருங்க சார்.
ஓபன் பண்ணுங்க சார்.
ஓபன் பண்ணிட்டேன்.
இல்ல சார், நோ
பாருங்க.
எனபிள் ஆகல.
சரி.
blank screen தான் இருக்குது சார். ஃபர்ஸ்ட் டைம் ஓபன் பண்றது கரெக்ட்டா இருந்துச்சு.
இப்ப
ஓகே சார். ஓகே
ஓகே. ஸ்டார்ட் பண்ணலாம்ல?
ஸ்டார்ட் பண்ணலாம் சார். ஷூர்.
எஸ். And today's session, good morning to all. Today's session we are going to discuss about how to publish the papers in reputed journals. So this is the first slide which talks about the article structure. So title is most important. The title should be specific and conscious and should have some unique and focus on data you are sharing. Some people, what they will do, once they have selected the topic, they started to publish the papers by using the same title. So you should not do or use the same topic. Let you have to change based on your thesis or your objectives. You have to change the topic each and every time related with your existing research. And the length of the topic at least 8 to 10 words, which is important for the length of the topic. Next one is abstract. Abstract 200 to 500 words. The abstract which talks about the purpose, target, the sample size, data, and results. So these are the points which is most important when you're going to draft the abstract. And the second one is keywords. For the keywords, again, based on your abstract, let you have to give the keywords, but not more than 5. But few journals are accepting your keywords maybe 8 to 10 keywords also. So maximum number of journals, if you want to download your paper, they won't present the full paper. They will show only the abstract as well as keywords. So which one is most important, whether you are publishing the paper, it is quality or not, means no need to upload the full paper, or even the publisher's point of view, they won't upload the full paper. They will always try to upload the abstract and keywords. Even if you want to publish your paper, they may ask you to send only the abstract and keywords. Very easily they can able to identify by looking at the abstract and keyword itself whether your article which will be accepted or rejected. So maximum number of journals are going ahead with only the abstract and keywords. So IMRAD, this is the basic concept which we are following in publishing the articles in many journals. But for each and every journal, the system of using the methodology which will be different. Okay, so I for introduction, M for methods, R for results, A for and last one is discussion. So introduction part, the 500 to 1000 words nowadays they are accepting. And for methodology, research design, which includes everything, 1000 to 2500 words. And for results, 500 to 2000 words. Findings are discussion, 1000 to 1500 words. Conclusion, 300 to 500 words. This conclusion, which need to support for your introduction, evidence, significance to research, and how far your research which is useful to the community. All these points to be stated in the conclusion part. And apart from the journals are accepting, there is a length. For example, the words length 8,000 to 12,000 words. Few journals they are increasing the term 6,000 to 15,000 also. But at the end, in the references part, two type of styling are there. One is US style, APA, American Psychological Association. Maximum, it may be applicable for USA or even in our country, the maximum number of references we need to represent in what type of style means APA style. And another style is called as Harvard style, UK. So this style also, which need to be represented by the publisher, they strictly they may show that say that which type of style that you have to use. So words length overall, if you take any publication, if you want to publish, they may give some clear instruction in what way that you have to submit your paper. Sometimes your paper is too good quality, what you have presented included with your results and discussion, but at the same time, your paper will be rejected if you doesn't follow the regulations of that particular journal or not yet maintaining the length as well as the number of pages. So before when you want to publish that, you have to read the clear instructions which was given by each and every publishers. And some places they are using the software called as Turnitin and 10% which exclude the references. If you when you want to check your plagiarism report, 10% which you can exclude the references, but some few publishers are expecting the Urkun software also. So these two major softwares. And another important thing is authorship. So authorship, there are two important types of authors are there. So first one is you all know very well, first author. First author means the person who involved in conduct, supervise, data collection, analysis, presentation, and interpretation. He can be called as first author. Another author called as corresponding author. Corresponding author means the person who knows senior author from the institution, or the same first author can be act as a corresponding author. But some people, what they will do, a person who doesn't involved in collecting the data also, they may include as a second author or third author. This can be called as poor listing of the author's name. Like we have to avoid, need not to include those type of authors when you're going to publish your papers. But maximum who may take the authority if any problematic which was happened in the journals, in the article which was presented by him, only the corresponding author role which is most important. The reason is they may give some copyright form also. Specifically they will ask who is the corresponding author, ask the corresponding author need to put the signature and to submit the paper to the publisher. So in that way, even the first author can act as a corresponding author, or else the senior person from the institution also can act as a corresponding author. So these points which were discussed, but appendix, few journals they are expecting to include appendix. So for example, if you run any reliability test, you need not to show separately, you can show it as an appendix, or any normality test distribution you can include in the part of appendix, or else same model, even the major part, but other rest of the part you can show it in the appendix, that the values table alone, which you can represent separately in the appendix part. And acknowledgements, if anyone, those who are helped in doing your research, you can put as a recognition in the part of acknowledgement. But these are the specific models which you need to follow when you want to publish your research papers, but this may not be same for Scopus, means different model method is there. Like that, even the other type of publishers also, they are using the different types of models. So till these are the steps which is most important. Now what is the meaning for research steps? So review of literature, at least when you want to set out your objectives specifically means at least more than 100 research papers that you have to refer. So which one is most important of backbone of all research paper means only the review of literature. Let you have to study the review of literature and identify the problem. What is your major problem? For example, many people have did their research on the same topic, but when you are going to do your research, let you have to identify what they have did and what you are going to do with the help of research gap. This research gap in 3 ways let you can to identify. For example, A person who did till 2014, but now you are going to do the research on till the period from 2015 to 2020. It's one of the research gap. X person who did his research in Chennai, but the other person who want to continue his research in other state, he can present as a research gap. Apart from Chennai, he can select with reference to any of the state. And third important research gap is when you're going to study all these types of review of literatures, that you have to identify the variable of study. So all the people may not use the same variables. The variables may be differ from one person to the another person. So what type of variables they are used, let you have to collectively identified and what you are going to present in a new form, a new way in your research paper. So first, while doing the review of literature itself, to find out the research gap, three ways you can find out the research gap. One is time period. Second one is geographical gap, called as location. Third one is concept. Concept is called as variables. So with this research gap, the next one is statement of the problem. Statement of the problem based on the research gap, at least 2 or 3 research questions that you can draft with the help of the research gap for the research questions. Next one is some authors, some publishers, they are expecting to include even significance of study, in other part need of the study, again in other part importance of the study. At least 2 to 3 points. Most of the Scopus journal will see the significance what you are going to do your study. So significance, importance, or need, what you are going to present in your study, which is important. At least 2 to 3 points that you have to show it as a part of your research in the article. Next one is aim of the study. The objective of the study is called as aim of the study. Hypothesis, another important part, directly linked to the objective of the study. So when you're going to set out the objectives, study the more reviews means exactly that you can identify the objective of the study. So if you want to present a good quality paper to publish in the Scopus by any in any international journals, they may expect you to identify the research gap and also the objectives. Based on the objectives, you have to need to frame the hypothesis. And the next one is method of data collection. These are all the points, research steps need to be in order when you want to publish your paper. So types of research, primary data and secondary data. And the second one is questionnaire method use. What type of method you are going to use in collecting the data? Questionnaire, interview, observation method, schedule method. To check your questionnaire also, you can use 2 types of methods. One is reliability test, another one is validity test. Reliability test, that you can test with the help of a Cronbach alpha criterion. It should be more than 0.7. Then your questionnaire which is valid and reliable to proceed. If it is less than 0.7, then you have to restructure your questionnaire. The population of the study, so world level, country, city. Second, population, age, to whom you are going to target, teenagers or infant or elder. Specific group, men or women, drug addicts, teachers or students. Specific group whom you are going to target. So first, let you have to identify your population of the study. From population of the study only you can able to do your sample size. This sample size in the recent days, there are many formulas are there to calculate the sample size. Cochrane is one of the formula, and Yeoman formula is there. Yeoman formula, if you know the finite population, finite definite population, you can use the Yeoman formula. And the next one is the another few steps also which I have included. Now we are going to see about the sample size also, in what way that you can present your sample size. And the qualitative data and quantitative data. Quantitative means the tools of data. Qualitative means observation and interview. And the sampling, I told they are probability sampling and non-probability sampling. Convenient judgment or purposive quota snowball sampling are coming under sampling techniques of use probability sampling. Non-probability means simple random sampling, stratified and systematic sampling method. So these are the various types of sampling method are need to used in your research paper, but let you have to select by yourself which method which will be suitable. If you take the sampling technique itself, it may take some time. So for that, the sampling alone, let you have to identify what type of sampling method you can use for your research. Sampling frame, the selection of sample from a defined target population. சார் இப்போ ஓகேவா?
ஓகே சார், ஓகே.
ஓகே. அப்படி ஏதாவதுன்னா டக்குன்னு சொல்லிடுங்கண்ணா, மெசேஜ் அனுப்பிடுங்க.
ஓகே.
Okay. Now, data analysis. There are two types of data analysis tools can be used. One is descriptive, another one is inferential. Even for descriptive means what type of tools can come under descriptive, what type of tools can come under inferential also, which we are going to discuss now. Analysis based on the hypothesis, correct statistical tool to be used. For that, parametric and non-parametric tests are there. So for that, a normality distribution you need to do. With that normality distribution, always parametric test normality, which is essential. While doing a test, if you identified your statistics which is coming under parametric, means only the parametric tools related to your study that you can use. And another most important thing is, if your data it shows normal distribution in parametric test, you can use non-parametric test also. So even the parametric test, there is no any restriction not to use the non-parametric, that you can use the non-parametric test also. But at the same time, the last one is, don't write several suggestions, right, based on your findings alone. To strengthen your paper or to increase the number of words, some people what they will do, they will increase the words in the part of suggestions. So we have to restrict the only related to your findings, you have to write your suggestions. And last one is a summary of all key points of your research, not to report word to word, and emphasize the findings in the conclusion. As I told already, the conclusion part which talks about the evidence, significance to research as well as community. How far you are giving the answer towards the society. So last one is future work. The scope future work is also called a scope for further research, where you are limited your research. If anyone wants to continue from your limitation, they may have the right to continue, can be called as future work or scope for further research. So all these are the each and every points which you need to present in your paper in publishing the reputed journals. Next one is measurement of scale. So the another most important thing is, just like that, we cannot use the tools in while writing the research papers. So first that you have to identify, as I told, parametric or non-parametric. And the next point, let you have to identify what type of scale type of questions you have used in your questionnaire. Here I have given the example, male or female. So a gender related means that type of scale called as nominal scale. So for nominal scale, the variable also called as categorical or qualitative. Now you may have the doubts of what type of a test that we can use for gender nominal. You can use the non-parametric test. So what is the difference between descriptive and inferential? As I told all in the previous slide, descriptive statistics is there, inferential statistics are there. So these are the tools when you're going to use can be called as descriptive. So percentage, mode, percentile, median, range, standard deviation, geometric, and harmonic mean. When you're going to use these tools, then it can be called as descriptive statistics. Chi-square, Friedman test, ANOVA, correlation, t-test, regression, coefficient of variation, if you're going to use, then it can be called as inferential statistics. But for non-parametric, only these two types of descriptive and inferential tools can be used for non-parametric. But for that, you have to identify what type of questions you are presented in your questionnaire. Ordinal means very simple, Likert scale. Strongly agree, Likert scale of questions, if you're going to present in your questionnaire, then it can be called as ordinal scale. So whenever you are presented the ordinal scale of questions, what type of tools that you have to use means these two. But for that, you have to do the normal distribution test, identify whether your data which is normally distributed or not normally distributed. Normally distributed means then you can apply parametric. If not normally distributed, then you have to go with the non-parametric test. So non-parametric test, with the help of distribution, if you identify, you can use only these two type of tools of descriptive and inferential statistics. Ratio means attitude or opinion to identify. Again here, for ratio or interval, parametric means continuous or quantitative. Here the categorical or qualitative variables can be present, but for parametric, continuous or quantitative variables can be present. Now, if while doing the normal distribution, if it shows your data shows that normally distributed, then immediately it may come under parametric test. For this parametric test, let you can use these two type of tools. So if you're going to use these two called as descriptive, these two is called as inferential. So when if you're going to study attitude or opinion, it can be called as ratio. Or if you present any questions regarding with age or income, for example, age or income, then the type of questions are called as interval questions. So ratio or intervals questions, if you are presented, you can able to measure, but for that, try to do the test whether normally distributed or not normally distributed. Normally distributed, then it can be called as parametric test. You can use these two type of different the inferential statistics as well as descriptive statistics. So this is the another important method for you to understand. I have presented here. For questioners, see, ordinal means Likert scale of questions called as ordinal. Gender or marital status called as nominal. So these two are called as non-parametric test. So non-parametric or parametric, as I told, it depend on only one thing. Normal distribution compulsory let you have to do. And the next one is for parametric test. For example, how much your weight or height. If anyone are going to ask or measure any values, if they are going to measure any values or with the height or weight or age, then it can be called as ratio. And the last one is number of members, discrete integers. These two are coming under parametric test, and these two are coming under non-parametric test. But in SPSS, only three which will be present here. Nominal scale will be shows, ordinal scale will be shows, but for ratio or interval, there will not be any ratio or interval, it won't shows directly. Instead of that, only scale. So in SPSS, only three modes that you can use. One nominal, another one is ordinal, and third one is these two combinedly called as scale. So these which we have already discussed to test the hypothesis level with the help of objectives. First, conduct the normal distribution, identify parametric or non-parametric. You may have the doubt parametric means what type of tools can used. Already which I have discussed in the previous slide. All these type of tools. One sample test is a test, two sample test which coming under parametric, and non-parametric means these type of tools can be used or can be present under non-parametric. So while doing the hypothesis testing for chi-square or ANOVA or any type of method, if you're going to use, you have to see the P level, significant value. If it is larger than 0.05, 5% significant, always 5%. Let you may have the doubt, sir, why 5% we are using? As per academic, they are specifically given academic research projects means 5%. Any surgical projects like certifying fitness of plane like that, you need not to go for 5%, only 1%. Atomic energy, if someone else wants to do the research in atomic energy, means there is no any error. 100% exactly that you have to use. So here the 5% is called as error, significant error. So 95% confidence level, 5% error level. If it is p value is larger than 0.05, there is no any difference, significant difference, called as null hypothesis. Alternate hypothesis, difference is there if it is p value is less than 0.05 difference. So significant difference which states with less than 0.05, larger than more than 0.05, there is no significant difference. These two are very, very important if when you want to write your interpretation based on your analysis. So specifically, let you have to draft the interpretation with these values, whether it has been exceed the 5% or not exceed the 5%. Now in this SPSS view, these are the this is the slide. This part, the output part is called as navigation window, and the first part is called as drop down menu, and the second row in SPSS output is called as action button, and this window is called as output window. So the part of output is called as navigation, and this one is called as drop down, and the second row is called as action button, and this one is called as output window. So when you have opened your SPSS, two views are there. One is data view, another one is variable view. With these two view only, we are going to do the practical, how to publish the paper with the help of doing the statistical tools. And descriptive inferential already, which you have discussed. So descriptive means is a summary of mean or proportion. But for inferential means comparison. Let for chi-square, ANOVA, each and every variable, let you have to compare with dependent variable and independent variable. So comparison of mean or proportion is required in the inferential statistics, but summaries of mean or proportion is required in the descriptive statistics. So as I told, the sample size, sir, whether we can do any other method is there to identify. They are, even with this, if your population is finite population. So just see here, you can go with two types of confidence level, 99%, 95%, but maximum people can fix with 5% of error and 95% confidence level. The population size is 1000, for example. So directly you can fix the sample size 278 with the help of this table. Now, these are the points which we are going to discuss in practical. Alan sir, slide தெரியுதா இது?
இல்ல சார், நோ சார், ஸ்லைடு எதுவும் வரல.
இப்போ
ஓகே சார். ஓகே
ஓகே
சாப்டர் 3.
ஓகே. Now listen, this is the another method of sample size. So nowadays, if you want to run, for example, this part, I am giving the explanation. Those who want to do your sample size calculation in thesis for to run any confirmatory factor analysis. So if you want to run SIM model or confirmatory factor analysis, the sample size which is not at enough with 100, and also the questionnaire number of items are required. So here there is ranging from 5:1 to 10:1, which means every item at least you need to circulate it to 5 respondents, or else each and every statement of questions you need to circulate it to at least 10 respondents. So for example, there are 71 items. 71 items are there. Circulated to 5 respondents, then 355. So your sample size you can fix 355. But you have to see that whether this 355 sample size is it enough to run further model of SIM or confirmatory factor analysis to see how much factors which we can utilize to reduce with the help of this 355 sample size. So for that, unfortunately, if the sample size increase 355 more than this, for this thesis which talks about 525, so immediately you can do your calculation 10:1. So they have did the calculation as per this norm 7.4:1. Very simple. The 71 each statement they have circulated to 7 people, and they have received the sample size is 525. So now another minimal sample size 355. As per this review, they have presented the 355, but at the same time, to run a reliable result, if you, while doing your research, to run a reliable result, confirmatory factor analysis, how much at least respondents are required, means 300 respondents. So with 150, can I do the confirmatory factor analysis? Means no. Even it may show some amount of result, but exact figure, if the model need to be fit properly. So model fit, if you want to fit the model, for that at least 300 respondents are required to find out the reliable result. 200 is sufficient to run only the statistical power for data analysis. But for apart from the using the SPSS, if you want to use the AMOS or confirmatory factor analysis to run the same model or the confirmatory CFA model, means this 200 also which is not enough. So exact at least more than 300 means you can able to get that your model will be fit. So for that purpose, I have presented this sample size. So if you want to increase your sample size to run these two type of AMOS in same model can be run AMOS or else confirmatory factor analysis, means the exact amount of the respondents which is required to fit means only 300. So, but at the same time, I have collected only 100 respondents. Can I run whether my model is fit or not? Let I want to know means you cannot run the factor analysis. Instead of that, with the help of multiple regression analysis also, you can able to see that whether your model, which means the sample size which is enough for to run to know about whether your model is fit or not. Alan sir, தெரியுதா இது? Hello?
Okay, sir. Okay. தெரியுது sir.
Okay. தெரியுது.
2. Okay, sir.
This one is another sample size. As I told, 3 ways. One is directly you can go with the table, or if you want to go with some AMOS or confirmatory factor analysis means previous method, 10:1 or 5:1. So every item you need to circulate it, which is required 5 respondents. Like that you can multiply, calculate the sample size. 300 means reliable result, and 200 means again let you have to increase to know your model whether it is fit or not. So for that purpose, which you have discussed in the previous point. And another one, sir, any other formula is there to calculate the sample size? So here I have presented Cochrane's formula. So with this formula, where the population is infinite, it states always if your population is infinite means always 384. So you can directly fix your sample size is 384 with 5% error. Same 95% confidence level, 5% error level, but at the same time 99% confidence level. You all know very well for 1% error. And here I have presented the points. 95% means 0.05, 5% error means 384. 99% same 5% means 666. Very directly you can give the sample size exactly by using this formula. When means if you doesn't know your population is totally infinite. And another one is by using the Cochrane formulas also you can do your another method of population size is finite. So population size is finite also. Here I have given a same population size is finite. You can fix I have presented here 666. 666 means this point. 99% I have taken confidence level. 0.05% is the 0.05% 666. So while using the 5.5% is exceeding level of the population size. And you all know the error level is only 1%, but while doing such calculation, the margin of error also here they have taken which is equal to 0.05 and which reduced 634. So by using the Cochrane formula, finite population, larger population is there, but at the same time if you want to reduce more and more the number of population need to reduce means you can use the Cochrane formula. So initially 384, sir, my population is large, I doesn't know how to collect my data with this 384. Is there any other method to reduce while doing the calculation to reduce my sample size means more and more you can use the Cochrane formula to reduce your sample size. For that, let you have to refer the Cochrane 1977. Can you able to get some few points about when you can use the finite when you can use the Cochrane formula for infinite population as well as finite population. If you want to reduce your sample size more and more also you can use this formula. Second one is Yeaman formula. Yeaman formula very simple. If you know your population, finite population, directly you can use this Yeaman's formula. So here I have given here the population size is 13,191. So directly you can run the formula. You can able to get the sample size 388. So since this is the another formula, by using the Yeaman's formula, you can arrive the sample size 388. So regarding the sample size which you have discussed, first one is Hare et al. 10:1 or 5:1. How to calculate the sample size. Second one which you have discussed directly with the table. You can represent your sample size. Third one, I have given the example of Cochrane formula, finite and infinite population. Infinite population 384, but more and more if you want to reduce, you can use your same Cochrane formula. With 384, you can reduce your sample size. And fourth one is Yeaman formula. If your population is finite, if you know your population correctly, directly you can use your Yeaman formula. So in these ways, your sample size. But when you want to fix the sample size, you need to go with the justification. So what is the meaning of justification? Select the target population. From the target population, how much percentage you have selected for the state, or how much population you have selected for district. The equal distribution. So one paper, one of the paper or X person has published, he stated that at least 30% proportion is required from each and every level of when you are collecting the data. For example, 4 institutions you are doing your research. In each and every institutions, if you have fixed the sample from 4 institutions, each and every institution at least 30% of the information which is need to be present in collecting your data, minimum 30%. If it is exists more, you can change your sample size, as I told, 10:1. But unfortunately, 70 items, 10, 700. If you collect your sample 800, well and good, you can run. But minimum 300, which is essential for to get your get the reliable result to run your data in confirmatory factor analysis using the same model in AMOS. So this is a sample paper. Just see in this paper, there is a data called as ResearchGate. Okay, please, if you want to know about your research more and more, you can just go to Google and browse ResearchGate. Whatever the questions, if you want to know the answers very easily from the ResearchGate, many international authors have given the various types of informations where easily you can able to learn by the day by day. You can equip your skill by yourself. So in this paper, this is the one method of paper. This is the journal, volume, and the website they have given. So the title should be, as I told, only 8 to 10 words. Title should be very much specific. The purpose is required, and the sample size is required, and target population. Who is your target? Students. Target population is required. How you are going to collect the data at the end results. Only these points need to be present. And just see the keywords also. Only 5 keywords. As I told already, 5 keywords, which is enough, not more than 5. But few journals are expecting 8 to 10 also. Now, IMRAD, we have already discussed introduction. Okay, methodology, results, and discussion. So introduction part is important. Introduction. And the next one is once the introduction part with review of literature, directly you can go for methodology, RM. M, which states research design, your objective, data collection and analysis. Data collection and analysis. Just see that I already told the reliability test. The questioner need to check with the reliability test Cronbach alpha. But for this article, it shows 0.85. I already told 0.7, which is reliable. More than 0.7, where your questionnaire is too good, you can proceed. So Cronbach alpha level in this questionnaire, in this article is 0.85. So here they have did the what type of analysis means median and mean and standard deviation alone they have used. So called as descriptive statistics. They have not yet used inferential. This part alone, they have used the descriptive statistics. So first one, introduction. Second one, research which you have discussed. RM, RAD. I, introduction. M, methodology. R for results analysis. These are called as results. And another one is they have used the ANOVA. ANOVA is called as what type of statistics means inferential statistics. So inferential statistics they have used. So what type of statistics they have used in this research paper means both inferential statistics as well as descriptive statistics they have used. So first one, introduction over. Second one, research methodology. Methodology completed. Third one, they have included the results part. These are called as results part. Next one is results and analysis. Last one is conclusion, discussion, and recommendations and references. There are references. I told 2 types of styles can be used. One is APA style. Okay, here they have used APA style. In this paper, they have used the APS style. APS style popularly, many number of journals are expecting only the APS style, and another one is, as I told, UK means Harvard style. But in our country, maximum number of journals are expecting to publish only with the reference of APA style. And for to do this, there are two important softwares are there. Due to time constraint, I may not be able to teach about what type of software, but you can note by yourself. One is, you all know very well, Mendeley software. So very easily, first let you have to download your articles, try to upload those articles in the Mendeley software. Directly it will gives the references. If you're going to fix the author name alone, it will give the references directly. You need not to type unnecessarily, wasting of time, which will be restricted here if you those who are know very well to use the Mendeley software. And second one is Zotero software. In my point of view, if you ask which software which is more suitable, very easily can able to cite the references, means Zotero software, which is very easy to only, I'm talking about the references part, you can use the Zotero software where very easily it gives the references. And even for download purpose also, you can able to download and can for that, whatever the reviews which you have already selected, you have to keep all the articles separately. Try to upload each and every article. It will give the references very easily. You need not to type. So these two are the most important software. One is Mendeley and another one is Zotero. Sir, apart from these two software, but I am having some problem with how to cite. Can you suggest any other software? Citation Machine. Please just note it down. Citation Machine. One software, one website is there. You can use the Citation Machine. In that Citation Machine, two modes they are given. One is manually. If you are having the article, it will give directly the references part. You need not to type. Otherwise, manually let you have to type, and directly it will give the results. So these three. So few articles, if you're not able to get the result, you can go with the Citation Machine.net, where you can include where you can cite or include your references without typing, at even the time also which will be reduced for you. So these are all the methods need to be published in the research paper. So as I told in the first slide itself, IMRAD, I for introduction, M for methodology, A for analysis, R for results, A, and last one is discussion, including the references which you have discussed. But again with the regarding with the software also, 10% is Tornet software, but few people are expecting even 30% also, if up to the level of the publisher, where they may go with the 30% or 10%. But what is the major difference between Urkund or Turnitin software? Means what is the major difference between Urkund or Turnitin software? Means only one thing. When you are going to do your check your plagiarism in Urkund, if it shows 30%, but same thing when you are going to check in Turnitin, it will show more, maybe 40 or 50%. So instead of Urkund, which is the most suitable software, means only the Turnitin software, but the UGC have recommended for thesis purpose not Turnitin, only the Urkund software. So these two software, which is most appropriate. Some people, what they will do, the another website is there, the plagiarism checker, where you can doubt manually, you can be able to check the plagiarism, but it may shows that 10%, 20% or 0% also sometime. But don't believe that. Even if it shows very less amount of plagiarism, same thing if you're going to use for Urkund or the Turnitin, means that your plagiarism level will be very, very high. So my suggestion is, once you have completed your article, instead of using the free softwares, directly can check with any Urkund software, try to go with 30%, how to reduce. It may shows that in what way, from which data you have downloaded, in by highlighting some important points also. For that, you have to redo your work to reduce your plagiarism. Now, last one, sir, you are ready to publish your paper, but in the recent days, maximum number of people are thinking about regarding the plagiarism. So there is a regulation in the 2017, plagiarism in higher education institutions. The act has been passed as per section 8 and 9, section 2K of UGC Act 1956, Academic dishonesty, very simple. If you're going to use someone else's work as your own work, then it can be called as plagiarism. So this plagiarism, zero tolerance, up to 10% is excluded, but between 10 and 40% coming under level 1. 40% and 60% coming under level 2. Above 60% means level 3. So they are given some norms, level 1, level 2 and level 3. Sir, in the slide,
Okay, sir. There is, sir. Okay.
in the plagiarism slide,
Plagiarism, இப்போ நமக்கு அந்த PDF தான் தெரியுது சார். Factors affecting students' career choice. PPT எதுவுமே ஷேர் ஆகல.
ஒரே ஒரு நிமிஷம் இருங்க, செக் பண்றேன். சார் இப்போ பாருங்க.
இப்போ ஓகே சார். Okay.
Yes. So as I told regarding the plagiarism, section 8 and 9, UGC Act, section 2K. So maximum number of people are thinking about that as plagiarism, what about the references, which part need to be we have to check, which part we need not to check. Still I'm having the confusion, but maximum number of people, they may not know about the Act. The Act strictly says that up to 10% excluded, 10 and 40% level 1, 40 and 60% level 2, above 60% is level 3. So what is the meaning of level 1 and level 2 as plus level 3? So here I have presented 10 to 40%. They may have the right to withdraw the manuscript submitted for publication and will not be allowed to publish any work for a minimum time period of 1 year. So this is the level 1. So if your plagiarism level exceeds more than 10%, they may have the right to withdraw the manuscript for publication, and you doesn't have right to publish that work at least minimum time period of 1 year. Level 2, 40% to 60% not be allowed to publish their work for a minimum time period of 2 years. So just see the difference. First 1 year, second one is 2 years. And also the supervisor want to publish the paper, he doesn't have right to act as a supervisor for students or scholars. Not only the scholars, here they have imposed another punishment also, including he doesn't have right to supervise even for the students for project purpose also for 2 years, and there is no annual increment for that particular supervisor. Level 3, above 60%, not be allowed to publish any work for minimum time period of 3 years. So first one is 1 year, the second one is 2nd year, 2 years, third one is 3 years. And not only that, even the supervisor doesn't have a right to act as a supervisor for students or scholars for period of 3 years, no annual increment they are receiving for 2 years. Level 3 plagiarism is repeated, then the person committed, it will be dismissed. He may have the right to dismiss from the job itself. So these are the strict penalties which was imposed on the faculty. The reason is, even the scholars are directly publishing the paper, but at the same time, research supervisors need to scrutinize the paper, how far they have been published the paper with the plagiarism or without the plagiarism. And they need to check. If not, if some people, some places, even the research supervisor are going to act as a corresponding author, but the scholar has published the paper. But at the same time, who will be punished means only the corresponding author will be punished. So each and every person, those who are acting as a supervisor, they need to scrutinize how far this paper is good before publishing the paper in the reputed journal. Next one is judgment on plagiarism. Just see here. Penalties, judgment of plagiarism. SCC means Supreme Court cases. Just see in the year 2019 itself, they related with the plagiarism, Supreme Court cases, number of judgments given on plagiarism itself, 170 cases they have passed. And academic environment itself, 60 cases. At university level, those who have published the papers are regarding the thesis are 25. Judgment on plagiarized thesis itself, they are given the judgment, 25 number of cases has been filed. So just see here, the number of judgments are increased comparing to the previous year. And now presently they have not yet published the list how far which has been increased or decreased. But be serious when you're going to publish your paper in any journals or else in any thesis, or in, even if you're going to present your thesis also. Some publishers, even if your plagiarism, if it is more, without checking, they are accepting by getting the money. Please note, if whether they are checking the plagiarism or not, you need to check as you are the corresponding author or you are the first author by yourself. and then comes to conclude that if you would have been satisfied with the plagiarism level, then try to give the paper for the publication. Don't publish the paper with the lowest or lower quality of journals. The reason is UGC journals are there, but each and every time once you are going to publish the papers in the UGC, at any time there is a chance to remove the journals from the UGC list. But for that, I need to give some information. When you're going to publish an article in the UGC, it's just once you are logged in, try to take the printout. For example, you have to search whether the journal which was listed in the UGC. If it is listed, please try to take printout along with the journal article published. Be safe. Okay, try to keep it safe always. Even if you're going to face VIVOs, or if you want to submit your article in any places, they may ask, do you have any proof whether this article has been published in the UGC? At that time, you can give the answer by saying that, no, the article, when I have published the scope, the UGC list was there, but later they have removed the journal from the UGC list, but only the table where very easily you can able to take download or print out, keep that copy safe to show that when you are presented or publish the paper, during that time, the journal name which was listed in the UGC. Instead of that, sir, which journal which is very safe for us to publish means Scopus indexed journal, which is very safe for you to publish the paper. The reason is even regarding that, if at the end of the session, I will give few hints, how far, which is most important, in what way it is most important to publish your paper in the Scopus index journals. Exemptions, this is another major part. So some people, what they are doing, just like that, they used to to check the plagiarism, they used to upload the full thesis. No, not like that. Exemption which was provided same as per the UGC Act as section 8 and 9, they have provided some information. The quoted work which is either in the public domain or permission has been granted for its use. If you're going to get permission from anyone else, from any public place, public companies or wherever may be, for example, then if you that it can be exempted. You need not to check. For example, already secondary data is available. Someone may ask the secondary data which was already available, you have already presented here. But for that, if you have got permission, then exempted. Second one is all reference table of content. When you're going to check your article, the same references, preface, table, all reference, the table number, each and every time it will shows again and again. So some people may have the doubts, sir, already this which is common for n number of people, those who are going to publish the paper, table of content is same, references are same, the preface and acknowledgement alone will be different, but the table of content, it will shows the table 1 or table 2, that also which shows the plagiarism, but this cannot be considered. This one also can be exempted. And any symbols or equations also which will be, for example, mathematical formula, the formula which was already fixed, for that you need not to check any plugin. No one doesn't have right to change the formula, which is same. For example, I am doing the research in laws, the case laws which was already provided by the Supreme Court, the judgments are the cases which is same. The case law X versus Y, which is same. Even for that, n number of people, those who are doing the research in law, the case laws will be same. No one, even I doesn't have any right to change my case law. So these are the things may have the right to do exemption when you are going to check your plagiarism. So at the end of the part which you have discussed, even include about the plagiarism also.
So those who are downloaded the SPSS, please go with the compute variable. So this part in SPSS, there are two types of views are there. First one is data view. Second one is variable view. So name, type, with this the name of this name only called as with. Okay, for example, if you are going to increase this one will be increased. So always let 8. Decimal is 8. Label, values. Just click these values. So 1 is, you can press here 1, for example, wait, remove. So how to enter the values? 1 here, strongly disagree, add. So like that, you have to enter the values for all the 5. So values. Missing is always none. Column is 8. So this column, if you're going to increase column, very simple, go to data view, just see the column level will be goes on increasing. To avoid this, even here you can fix 8 column. Alignment always right. I have mentioned already 3 types of scale you can use in SPSS: nominal scale, ordinal scale, ratio and interval. There is no specific measures. Instead of that, you can use directly scale. Just click here. 3 scales are showing. This one is Likert scale questions. All the Likert scale questions you can fix ordinal scale. So all the Likert scale question I have fixed ordinal scale, and the tangibility I have fixed only the scale. Role is which is common input. Very simple. See here, T6, for example, if you entered the data which will be given as such. So already I have sent these details. Now data view. The most important part, why I ask you to compute the variable means, each and every time you need not to, these are, see listen, this is one of the factor, tangibility. Under this tangibility, there are 5 statements, 5 questions. Okay, so I need not to do or calculate each and every time T1, T2, T3, T4 and T5. Instead of that, directly I can put total. So how? That we are going to discuss now. So this total, which shows very simple. First point, go to data view. Next one, transform. In this transform, compute variable will be there. Just click compute variable. 2 things are showing. One is target variable, another one is numerical expression. In this target, tangibility is called as target. So here, tangibility, target. Now, numeric expression, you have to enter these 5 questions. See, in target is a factor. Under this factor, T, tangibility 1, first question, tangibility 2, second question, third question, fourth question, fifth question. So under one factor, you have presented 5 questions. Okay, now T1 plus T2, again plus T3, again plus T4, again plus, and T5. So once you have entered T1, T2, T3, you just click this arrow mark that you have to convert your statement into this numeric expression, add plus, you will be getting add of all the 5 statements, directly give OK. Just see here, once you are given OK, same, it will gives the total values of all these 5 statements called as tangibility. Like that, how many factors are there? You have to do with the same method. Go to data view, transform, compute variable, give that factor in the target variable, and click all the statements. Click this arrow mark, transfer to numeric expression, give OK. Very easily you can able to get your variables for this the questions of total of all the questions. This is the most important part let you have to do while doing your calculation. So first one is we need to compute the variable. Next one, a reliability test. I already told once you do see listen, I have given here tangibility, reliability. You need not to go with the reliability test for each and every question. Instead of that, compute the variables like this for each and every factor. I have already did the compute variable like this. What we have discussed in the previous slide. Now, tangibility, reliability, response, assurance, empathy, customer. All these are factors. Now I need to test the reliability. If you doesn't to know how to compute the variable, you will do your reliability test on only the questions. For example, 70 questions are there, means all the 70 questions you need to run the reliability test. Instead of that, go with compute variable. Now you can do your reliability test. Data view, analyze, scale, reliability, push all these variables, shift key, shift down arrow mark key, transferred all these variables in this item box. Now click statistics. After click statistics, scale item if deleted, click item, scale item if deleted, and continue, then click OK. Now, how many number of factors are there? 6 factors, number of items. So N means sample size, 100 sample size. And Cronbach alpha value is 0.678. As I told already, it should exceed more than 0.7. But my reliability test is 0.678. Now, 0.678 means there is very simple method. You can increase this Cronbach alpha. In these values, which value is very high, which factor value is very high, if you delete and run again, you can able to get, but number of items will be reduced, but Cronbach value will be increased. This is one method, like you can do it, or like you have to research your questionnaire again. So these are the things where you can be able to test your questionnaire whether it is reliable or not reliable. This is the second point. First, let you have to compute your variable. Compute your variable. After doing compute of variable, then you have to run the reliability test. So two things which you have discussed. Now, normality distribution. So third one, normality distribution. This normality distribution only most important whether your test is parametric or non-parametric. Now what I am doing here, so two values I given. Now first one, what you have to do, go to data view, analyze, again descriptive statistics, then explore. So two boxes, one is dependent list, another one is factor list. Now in this dependent list tangibility, in this click this, do you have a bank account, is called as question number 6, and click this transfer to factor list. Once you have factor list, click plot. Click statistics, descriptive already, click continue. The next one is plot. To normality distribution, this plot box is most important. Now histogram, this box very important. If you need to click this, then only you can be able to get whether your data is normally distributed or not. So for that, normality plot with test. Continue. Okay. It will give the results. Just see here. These are the things not important, but only one thing. See, test of normality. These two are most important to identify whether your test of normality. These two are most important. So in this point, Kolmogorov-Smirnov test and Shapirovic test. Just see here the significant level alone. The significant level alone, these two are less than 0.05, 5%, less than 5%. So now which is less than 5% means less than 0.05. Now what you have to do? Alternate hypothesis. Significant means non-parametric, and above 0.05, above 5% means then null hypothesis, not significant parametric test. But here in this test of normality, we have got less than 5%. As we got the less than 5%, now what type of, whether we can use parametric or non-parametric means only the non-parametric test can be applied here. As I told, if it is normally distributed, if these values are more than 5%, then what type of tool that you can use means normally distributed means parametric can be used, but not normally distributed means you need not to use the parametric, let you have to use only the non-parametric test. So for that, the test of normality, very important. With this test only, let you can go with the selection of tools, whether parametric or non-parametric. Just see here how to write the interpretation for this normal distribution. So here I have given the point, even for each and every statement, you can test this normality distribution with the help of Kolmogorov-Smirnov test. So here 2.16, significant level is 0.0. Now just see here, parametric test is assumption that should be normally distributed. I told parametric normally distributed, then only it can be called as parametric test. So two tests are there. One is Shapiro and this case test. Which one is essential? Sometimes one may shows less than and another one may shows more than. But always let you have to go with the case test only. So just see here the case test, the value is not normally distributed. So if it is not normally distributed, the parametric test is not satisfied, then which test let you have to go means non-parametric test. So non-parametric test, the same points you need to conduct whether the difference is there or no difference. With the help of Mann-Whitney, your test is performed. So for that purpose only, as I told, while conducting the Kolmogorov test itself to find out the normal distribution method, If it is parametric means you can use the parametric statistical tools. Sir, only the parametric, why don't we use the non-parametric? Sir, can we use Man-Whitney U-test in the parametric? Yes, you can use. But at the same time, specifically, if it shows that one non-parametric means, then let you have to use only the non-parametric tools. For that purpose, I have given the example with the explanation with some few with the example of how to test the normality distribution with the help of Kolmogorov-Smirnov test, and Shapiro will test to identify parametric or non-parametric. Next one is descriptive statistics. So descriptive statistics, number of variable at least one. For example, here I have taken only one variable. That variable is called as age. I have taken. So what type of scale it is? So descriptive statistics may be continuous ratio scale or interval scale or ordinal scale. But here age is ratio scale. As I told in SPSS to measure, there is no ratio scale. So instead of that, you can fix scale. So I have fixed only the scale. Now go to data view, again analyze, descriptive statistics, go to descriptive, age will be there, click this arrow mark, transfer into the variable box, click option, mean value, click mean value, standard deviation, minimum, maximum, then range, curtices, skewness. So totally 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 items are there. You can click all these items and just give continue and OK. So descriptive statistics, which we have got the descriptive statistics for only one called as age. Like that, you can do the variable, individual variable, or combinedly also you can do by using the same method of SPSS to identify how to do the descriptive statistics. Next one is frequency. Frequency, I have given two statements, question number 1 and question number 2. Just see here, gender, nominal scale. Gender is nominal scale. Marital status also nominal scale only. As I given already I have given these points in the PowerPoint itself. How to identify means nominal scale. Both are nominal scale. Now we want to know the frequency percentage. So only the nominal scale need to be used for the frequency means no, each and every question nominal scale or ordinal scale also you can use. All the Likert scale questions also you can use the frequency. But here I am testing and giving the explanation with the help of only the nominal scale. So data view, we have given this variable. Go for variable view. Go for variable view, analyze, descriptive statistics, frequency. Again, these two will be applicable, will shows here, give gender, click, transfer to variable box. Marital status, click this arrow mark, transfer to variable box. Then all transfer to the box right, then click chart. If you want pie chart, bar chart or histogram, but now I am using pie chart. It will show frequency automatically. Then continue. Then again, format will be there. Ascending value, descending value. Just click ascending value. I will show what is the meaning for ascending and descending value. Male or female or male will be changed. Okay, so here we have fixed 1 is male, 2 is female means ascending values. Then click OK. Just see your sample size 100, there is no any missing values. Frequency for gender we have calculated and marital status frequency also we have calculated. They have given the percentage. Pie chart also represented. Only one thing in this pie chart, you have to include the percentage later. But these two, nowadays no one is showing the chart in the article. Even in the thesis also, when you have represented with the table, no need to show the chart. So only the table which is most important for us. So I have presented with the table how to do the frequency. So first one is how to the one we have did the reliability test, compute variable, reliability test. After doing the reliability test, then the third one is normality distribution. Fourth one is descriptive statistics. Fifth one is frequency. Next one is chi-square. Chi-square is, you may have the doubt whether parametric or non-parametric test chi-square. Now, this chi-square can test with two. One is tangibility, another one is intangibility. One is nominal scale, and or even you can test this chi-square with the nominal scale. Example, as I told, gender, you can test nominal scale. Ordinal scale means Likert scale question, multiple choice Likert scale question. I strongly agree with that also. Two variables you can analyze with the help of chi-square. So here, go to variable view, analyze descriptive statistics. In this descriptive statistics for chi-square, cross tab. The reason is we are analyzing the two variables. Just click this cross tab. So tangibility, customer satisfaction. So tangibility, customer satisfaction is the click and row, and this tangibility show it in column. Later, click statistics. We need to calculate chi-square. Some people, they may also calculate it with the P and Kramer's value, but this even lambda value also and other tools, ordinal scale, nominal scale, ordinal scale, you can calculate. But here, as we are going with only the scale, specific scale, which we have not mentioned, the scaling method, I have fixed even 3. Otherwise, you can go with chi-square also. But this is purpose, this one is important. Any one, nominal or ordinal, let you have to show. But here we can go with chi-square alone. Then just click continue and okay. These are the table which is not required, but in article you have to show this significant value. Just see the significant value, more than 5 or everything which shows more than only. More than means not statistically significant. More than means not null hypothesis is accepted, alternate hypothesis rejected. So null hypothesis more than 0.05, not static. There is no difference between, not statistically significant between customer and tangibility. So there is no statistically proved between tangibility and customer satisfaction, which you have proved with the help of chi-square test. So this also let you can present in your article. If while doing the normality distribution, non-parametric, you can show this as one of the tool in the in your article. And as I told, sir, while if normal distribution coming under parametric, again, what about non? engineering and technology. So once if you're going to enter your title, it will shows like this, which means your this journal which was indexed in the Scopus, and 2018 they are provided with the citations 15 to 17 documents, the metrics of the year till 2018. But some people, what they will do, they may think that, sir, I need to publish the paper 2020 data which are not yet provided here. But till now, they have not yet updated with 2020. You need not worry. Once if it shows that the journal which was listed in the Scopus, you can proceed directly to publish your paper. So this journal document for 3 years, which is already available. So any journal which is not listed here, if it doesn't show, means please don't publish your paper in any of the journals which is not yet shown in the Scopus. Next one is author search. So once you have published your paper, you can search by yourself. Just click here. For example, Rajasekar D affiliation, Ahmed University. So you can click and give search. So it will shows the author details, my name, that 62 papers published, H index 5, which university, all the details. View last title. Click here, just click the name. So it will shows the details of documents by author 62, total citations, 124 citation out of 106 documents, H index, the chart which shows each and every year. Just see 2016, 17, 16 citation, 18, 63 citation, 19, 8 document citation, 4 documents are there, 16 citation. So like that, it will shows your citation. Take this printout. It is a valid proof. You need not to take your printout of your document also, article also. This which will be enough to submit wherever you go. It is an authenticated document, can be presented. And what I have did is I have created my ORCID ID also. So whoever is going to upload your paper, if you're going to upload your papers, try to create 4 IDs are most important to increase your citation. One is ORCID ID, researcher ID, third one is Google Scholar ID. Okay, so these type of IDs let you have to create by yourself. Go to login of ORCID ID or researcher ID, Scopus ID, third one is Scopus ID, and the last one is Google Scholar ID. So when you are going to create your user ID, password, you have to upload your documents. Once you have started to upload your documents, very easily your citation, which will be goes on increasing those who are going to refer your paper. So these are the points where this is the major proof which will be applicable when you are going to publish your paper in the Scopus. Sir, whether this type of document which will be available in the UGC means no. At that present, whatever the document which is available, please try to take printout. But this n number of years, very easily you can able to download or keep your documents safe with this page, which will be enough. Another one, as I told, see, listen, to cite references, there is a one website called a citation machine. So create citation. You can check plagiarism. As I told, no need to go with the free check the free plagiarism. Create citations. It will ask whether book or journal. So I am giving journal. I am giving journal. For example, search job satisfaction. So these are the articles. For example, you have to collect the write the reference for this particular article. Very simple. After entered, just click cite. I will just click it will shows like this. Once you are given continue, automatically you can able to get your reference. Publication, year of publication, publication month, publication day, article, which article you have published, everything it will shows. So please use this website, can cite your references very easily, but the few articles, if you're not able to cite, then again go for create citation. Second method, again go for create citation. Click journal. Information manually. If you're not able to get that particular source of document, just click information manually. So whatever the information which is presented in the article, you just type here. For example, article title, job satisfaction, author name, journal, volume, year of publish, page number, just complete citation. So like this, it will give the citation details. I have presented the information just like that, but if you are going to give the complete information, directly copy and paste it over. This one is second one, which I have already discussed about this citation site. So like this, we use this website, you can go with the citation machine. Zotar means it may take some time that you have to download your software to cite your references. And the last one is all these points which I have covered in the today's session. If you have any queries in writing your article or thesis or in the today's class, what which you have discussed, please mail your queries to my mail ID, or else you can, this is my WhatsApp number, you can just send the questions to get clarification from me. So as I told, I am Dr. D. Rajasekar, Professor and Director of Research. I'm at DMTB University. I have shared my mail ID as well as mobile number. If you want to clarify any questions regarding in publishing the article, or else even regarding with the thesis in doing your data or the statistical part, if any clarification, please ask me. I may clarify your doubts. Thank you. Alan, sir.
Yes, sir.
Alan.
Sir, yeah.
Sajin.
Yes.
Professor Sajin.
Jonathan Mullai, sir.
Sajin, he wants to write some questions. Sajin. Whether Sajin sir in online?
Participants, if you have any questions, you can ask in chat box.
Sajin sir on the line? Alan?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Sajin, whether now he is on the line?
I think I'm checking, sir. Wait.
So he wants to raise some questions, some doubts from the participants. Professor, question. Professor?
Yes.
Renga. So all the participants, if any doubts or clarifications, and better to clarify the chat box, our Professor Dr. D. Rajasekar will clarify all the doubts to your email ID. Professor Dr. Rajasekar, sir.
Yes, sir.
Can you hear? Sir, our participants,
Yes, sir.
Our participants, they want to get some doubts and clarification.
Yes, sir.
So what is the difference between hypothesis and preposition? What is the difference between hypothesis and preposition? He wants to get some clarification.
Say hypothesis, based on your objectives, once you have set the hypothesis of differences significant and not significant, you may have the right to test with the help of your values. But for preposition, which is totally different from the hypothesis, but at the same time, based on your research only, I can able to give the clear idea on both hypothesis and preposition. Certain things which may not be able to give the exact answer now itself. The reason is what type of objectives, what type of research questions, in what way that you can implement this hypothesis or not, whether suitable tools can be applied or not. That see, this is another important thing is always whether we have to test the hypothesis, is it essential or not, which is not essential for certain things also, that also which might be applicable. So I need to get some clarification, then only I can be able to share few things. To test the hypothesis, which is essential, compulsory, optional means only for, it's an optional only. Compulsory means only for few tests only, which is most important to identify or to do your test.
Okay. Then another one more question, very interesting. The participants raise a question: how the percentage of plagiarism is calculated?
The percentage of plagiarism means, as I told, your topic title need to be changed. A name, see, topic, name, comma, full stop, everything they will show the plagiarism. What you have to do is, once you are test your exam, try to get the report. That report which shows in which place you have downloaded the points. And specifically, it may highlighted and from the which shows you have downloaded what points I highlighted in specific color. So those points alone you need to do your rework and to reduce your plagiarism. As I told, even table number 1, it may shows the plagiarism, but max number of people, certain things while test the plagiarism itself, they need to remove certain things, but they won't do. Just like that, they will do the plagiarism checking. You may have the right to entire right. As per the UGC Act 1956, I have told the section 8 and 9, you may have the entire right to do, while the table as well as the references can be excluded, or any other formulas. If you are included, the formula is same means you may have the right to exclude the formulas also while doing your plagiarism check.
One more question: is there a minimum state? Is there minimum statements in Likert scale?
Likert scale normally 5 statements are 5 statements, which is not minimum statements like that. Even 5 statements can be used, 4 statements can be used. But as I told, Likert scale, the one statement, one question, you need to circulate at least 5 respondents or 10 respondents as per the Hare et al. Concept, 5:1 or 10:1. That is which is most important. But at least 5 statements, which is reliable to collect your data for each and every factors.
So the scholar will raise a question: how the scholar can check their paper plagiarism before submitting the paper for publication?
Yes, the scholars can use the Urkun software. You can able to check your plagiarism before publishing the paper. But at the same time, once if you check, there is an option that you have to remove. Some people, if you're going to check the plagiarism, again, second time, if you're going to do your plagiarism, it may shows the 100%. So there is one option that you have to remove once you are checked, and you go for rework and submit, and again you have to do your plagiarism. Certain things, so few people are know very well. Even the plagiarism check, once you have did, again if you want to do the plagiarism check, your plagiarism will be low. But which is already uploaded in the same software, again and again, if you are going to do your plagiarism check, it shows maximum 100% also. But once you are test doing your rework, there is one option that you have to remove. Again, you have to do your plagiarism recheck.
Then shall we use online LaTeX tool to complete our publication paper?
That you can do it.
Okay. There is no problem.
But for the same time, when you are going to use the online LaTeX tool to compile, you have to read your instructions which was given by the publisher. Okay, when you want to publish your paper, there are certain norms that you have to collect the information, how far you can compile your paper. Sometimes if there is any discrepancies or certain things which is not sufficient, not suitable for them, as I told, as per the norms of the publisher, that you have to follow. There are few things due to time constraint, I'm not be able to explain it. For example, Scopus means the method is different. Web of Science means the publication method is different. And scheme of other parties, the other part of journals means the method of publication is different. That you have to read if they have been accepting publishing with the help of these type of tools means there is no issues, they can accept. But sometimes if they found that which is not satisfied as per the norms means there is a chance to reject the paper also.
So the last question, the Likert scale data comes under categorical data or continuous data?
The Likert scale, I have already told the first one name, ordinal scale, categorical data. The Likert scales are ordinal scale, categorical data, non-parametric. The descriptive and inferential statistical tools can be used.
So the last question, Professor.
Yes.
When we have more than 2 dependent variables, what statistical tool can be used?
So more than 2 dependent variables, another important thing is today I have only SPSS, but the AMOS and confirmatory factor analysis you can run with more than 1 dependent variable also. So when you are going to run the same, very easily you can able to know one dependent variable, the other one is independent. Another independent will be turned into dependent, another one will be independent. So you can use the more number of independent variables also with the help of the AMOS or confirmatory factor analysis.
Okay, Professor, thank you very much for clarifying all the doubts for our participants. And remaining so many questions will come to the chat box. And if any doubts and clarifications, the participants request to clarify doubts through his email ID. Sir has already displayed the email ID in the screen. So all of you note down his email ID and phone number. Alan, shall we start the vote of thanks? Alan?
Yes, sir. Yeah. Yes, sir. You can start. Yeah.
So very good afternoon to all. Myself, Dr. M. Janardhan Pillai, Professor and Head, Nurul Islam Center for Higher Education, Faculty of Management Studies. Our Honorable Chancellor, Dr. A.P. Majid Khan, Pro-Chancellor Faisal Khan, Pro-Chancellor Dr. Perumal Sami, and Vice Chancellor, Dr. Kumaraguru, and our Registrar and the Control of Examination, and the respected most distinguished guest of the day, Dr. Rajasekar, Director of Research, Amit University. He is hectic schedule. He is accepting our invitation to come over here to take this session. And also our Director of Management Studies, Dr. K. Janardhanan, Technical Advisor, Dr. Shajin Arkunam, our faculty members, participants. I consider it a great privilege to propose a vote of thanks to all the dignitaries who have witnessed it as a memorable and a successful event. First of all, I express my deep gratitude to our Chancellor, Dr. A.P. Majid Khan, his guidance to us, all our activities, ensure that we always do the right thing and right way. I, on behalf of our Faculty of Management Studies and Nurul Islam Center for Higher Education, I thank our Chancellor for this program on the first day. Next, thanks to gratitude due to our eminent Professor Dr. Rajasekar, Director of Research at Amit University. At the time of calling, he has accepted my invitation. Really, I good heartfelt thanks to Professor Dr. Rajasekar. This session is really informative, and
thank you, sir.
Getting more and more information from sir. Really, our participants really enjoyed your program. And I, on behalf of our Faculty of Management Studies and the Nurul Islam Center for Higher Education and our own faculty, and really, I thank you, Dr. Rajasekar, for this program.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Next, I would like to thank our Honorable Chancellor and Pro-Chancellor and Vice Chancellor and our Director of Management Studies, Director of Academic Affairs for conducting this program successfully. And also I thank to Dr. Allen, and he is giving a full technical support for conducting this program really fantastic manner. Really, the Faculty of Management Studies, I thank to Dr. Allen. And I thank all the participants, the participants from all over the states. More than 3,000 participants that registered this program, and even from foreign country, from Saudi Arabia and Ethiopia, and number of the participants, they registered this program, and from Bihar and Uttar Pradesh and Punjab and Mizoram and almost all the states, the different faculties and scholars, they registered and they are watching this program very successfully. And I heartful thank to all the participants for enjoying this program on today. And I thank to all people, particularly the participants and faculties, all the scholars and academicians and watching this program. And thank you, and one and all. Thank you very much. And one announcement that tomorrow, exactly sharp 11 o'clock, very interesting session. Dr. Solomon Tangotarai, and he is going to deliver the session. The topic on the flagism and citation is a very interesting topic. And tomorrow, exactly 11 o'clock, we will meet. And thank you, one and all. Thank you very much.